Welcome to another episode of Ruff Talk VR, a weekly podcast with in-depth game reviews, exclusive developer interviews, and the latest MetaQuest and virtual reality news. We join our hosts, the father-son team of D. Scruffles and Stratus today, as they spend another episode breaking down and discussing the world of virtual reality.
Hey, welcome to this episode of Ruff Talk VR, coming at you with another edition of VR news, and this is our first official one of August. Woo!
Yay.
It's August.
Time's going by too quick, man.
Both of our birthdays are in August, so fun times.
It's a great month. Gamescom,
Yes,
a couple weeks away.
we will not be at Gamescom this year, but you know there's always great stuff.
I'll be there
showing
in
off.
spirit.
In spirit, and so we'll be there.
Walking
Still
around
is
with a cappuccino.
there still is a VR scene there, so I'm definitely excited to hear what was there and cover the things in whatever way we can.
Worst part is, and just the other day, you getting emails daily about it from different developers. Like, hey, if you're going to be there, make sure. But there was a flat screen game. I won't lie. I was kind of like, oh man, I would be booking that appointment right now. But whatever.
Yeah. So Gamescom right around the corner, and we have been discussing. We've teased it a little bit, and I'm excited to officially announce some dates. We've been teasing that we have some.
It's not a tickle anymore.
No, we've been announcing that we have 2 events coming up through the remainder of the year that we're excited to start. The first one I'll say it's actually the second one of the list of things in the calendar, but it's a more familiar event, and that is Saturday, December 13th, right before the holidays. Still some time to breathe there. We're going to do our first ever Ruff Talk VR gaming showcase in the winter. We're going to be
winter edition.
We're going to be doing a winter showcase. I like that naming that you chose there. You just put it on the notes there. I don't think that was to be a final name, but I like it. The winter showcase.
I mean, anyone who does a showcase in the winter, it's always a winter showcase. That's just kind of how I went to it.
The vision we kind of had with it too is like our premiere one will always be, our springtime one. That's our major beat, but we never know.
Well,
I kind of was going into this thinking this was going to be a little bit smaller, but actually, let's see what actually comes along. I think that's what you were about to say.
Yeah, you can't predict
who's going to partake.
Developer cycles.
That's true.
It's like, I mean, we do our date because we chose it, but obviously, like, work doesn't go around that. Get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. It's a real who's to say. Could end up being the best one ever,
and we're trying something a little
quite
different.
Easily.
Besides doing it in the winter, we've always done ours on Friday. We're going to be trying out a Saturday one on this one.
Yeah, which kind of makes me happy because, admittingly,
you work that on Friday.
I do.
So it's like, well,
I do take the
a lot
day
of the
off
work. A lot of the world works on Fridays. So
correct.
It'll be good to test out. Well, how's
and
it going?
A huge percentage doesn't work on Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be good to see how the world. How viewership is when half the world isn't actually working during that time. So anywho,
and I do know during our showcase there's plenty of people who are at work that say I'm clearly at work, I have a break, or
so we'll make it easier for them as well too.
That's a thought process anyways.
So we're going to close out 2025 on Saturday, December 13th with a Ruff Talk VR winter showcase. You can check out the link in our show notes for a Google form there to fill out some interest if you're a developer.
Don't wait till the last minute.
No.
Although in some cases, you can hold a spot. I'll say that. That holds up.
Just fill it out. We'll talk. We'll
deal.
Yeah. So just fill out the form if you're interested. And for the viewers, stay tuned for Saturday, December 13th. We have our first ever wintertime showcase. So the gaming showcase is a little bit more of a familiar event. In a more of a different beat, in November, Saturday, November 1st, we are going to do a Ruffathon stream. As you can tell with the naming convention, huge props to the Mighty Coconut team. They popped into a live stream.
That was David.
A live stream of
I'm
ours.
going to act like it wasn't.
And then said, we were talking about potentially doing one of these, and we were saying we need a name for it. And they're like,
not just joking around with different things.
I think you said Ruffathon, and then we added it to Ruffathon. It makes total sense. It was
all
right
Mighty
in front.
Coconut.
It was all right in front of us this whole time.
I mean, organically, we hadn't even really. It was just a word in the universe at that point. So it's like we hadn't come up with. There's no thought into it yet.
So what is Ruffathon? In case you're a younger buck and you missed the telethon days. That's definitely what we're taking the structure of it from. And we'll have more details coming, through the next couple weeks. But our idea is to have kind of like a longer than a workday, typical workday, we'll say, continuous stream between some gaming, maybe some gaming me and you, some gaming with developers, and some gaming with the community. We'd like to do some interviews mixed in there as well too, maybe a roundtable and just some free flow Q&A time on a live stream as well too. So all scheduled throughout without locking ourselves into a time yet. Well, we'll say more than a work day. And the idea of it, just like the old school telethons, is to do it as kind of a fundraiser event with targeted goals that we'd like to hit. And basically, we are redoing a podcast studio. We're booting out of our inside the house podcast studio and remodeling a garage into a podcast studio. But with that, with 2025 costs, it's a big what's the phrasing I'm looking for? It's a big nut, to say the least. So we're going to use the Ruffathon as a way to make it entertaining and hopefully get some fundraising towards a new studio. So yeah, no, I'm excited for this event. November 1st, we'll do our Ruffathon, a nice little fundraiser event full of, like I said, live streams, hangouts with the community, gameplay sessions, all that stuff. And then we'll have a winter showcase in December as well too.
I'm excited for both.
Yeah.
The Ruffathon is an unfortunate side of reality that, everybody, especially in podcast world, unless you're like a fat named, the reality. I mean, we're pretty open about it. We've talked about it throughout episodes. Everything we do comes from the help of Patreon supporters, which we're blessed to have, and a lot out of pocket.
Yeah.
And some expenses are just, and look, let's be honest. It's like, if there was a travel budget, we'd probably be at Gamescom, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's an unfortunate necessity, but at the same time, I think how we're approaching it is with complete openness and honesty. And it's going to be, I think, fun for already what's been outlined and what you've, I'll say you've leaked it.
Alluded to. We got a date. We got a name so far.
No, the way it's going to be, just like I think everything else at the end of the day we do, we're going to put a lot of effort into making it the best experience it can be.
That's why we're not saying like a length of time yet.
Yeah, because
you want some time. Like I don't want to lock that in yet, but like if people knew the numbers that you're throwing out.
I throw out some numbers and you give me those
you
anime looking eyes.
Because you lived through the telethons.
Yeah, man, I remember these things be running 24 hours. Yeah. I mean, all sorts of different networks and organizations do them.
That's part of our vision for it, is that there's no break. And if that just means one person stays on the camera while the other one gets some
basically
food
like a fundraising event,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But need to make it, we're going to make it as fun as we can.
And there are quite a few of those, and they're not always fun. But this one is going to be,
I think, some giveaways, some key giveaways, things like that.
Dude, it's a lot of surprises. That's what I'll say. I'm not dropping names. I'm not saying, I'll say Zuckerberg's not coming to play anything with us. But it's going to be you don't know who's going to.
Yeah, and we'll start to say some schedule as we get closer to it, but with some surprises kept as well.
It's going to be good for all parties involved.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
The people that play and come and talk, and us, and the people who just want to watch. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, so the first ever Ruffathon, and we're saying this year it's for the
Ruffathon,
for the studio and stuff like that. But you make a good point as well too. It's, if this goes well, this could be our way of yearly,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not opposed to it, only because I know in my heart we're honest, so it's not like
we don't charge developers for anything.
Well, it's
coverage,
not
interviews, anything like that. It's like, this is our way of.
It's not like anything that happens as a result of this trickles into like me rolling down Rodeo Drive in a Porsche. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm excited for it. It's a good
to keep the machine going. And the reality is we have to. So, well, we want to. And we're doing the best we can too. So,
and it's not something I've seen too much of as well either. So
no, I've seen a few, but
not in the VR side too much.
Do you know what a new trend is?
What's that?
It's actually like, at first I was like, admittingly like, that's just dumb. And then like reality set in. there are people putting their products on OnlyFans because it's subscription based, but it's not anything to do with like.
I saw they were paying a lot of athletes and celebrities big money to do that.
Yeah, it's podcasts that have moved over there, or a portion of their show moves over there. And I'm like, I kind of get it. It's a structured Patreon to an extent. It's just weird that you'd have to tell your listeners to like, yo, you have to set up an OnlyFans.
come check us out on OnlyFans.
But to those who are doing it, I'm like, I really can't at the end of the day knock it. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. It's already there.
So mark your calendars. Saturday, November 1st. The first ever Ruffathon.
Get it on at Ruffathon.
Stay tuned for more info and schedule of that. And then developers, if you're interested, fill out the form in our show notes to participate in our first ever Ruff Talk VR Winter Showcase. I'm excited. Generally, winter ends up becoming a pretty packed time. A lot of end of the year sleepers.
It's unique too because a lot of developers, they know they're not going to release at Christmas, right? It's just not in there. And some of them are privy to what is going to release around Christmas. And there's usually a couple of big droppies that come flat screen, or I'll assume VR this year is going to have a little surprise or two by end of the year. So
we still don't have a release date for Deadpool that we know is coming by the end of the year. So that'll probably be,
I think that'll already be out
by November, December. I think it'll be out. Yeah. Let alone by December 13th.
December 13th. You're cutting it real close.
Yeah, you never know.
But they could be a week before Christmas too.
So I'm excited though. Good way to top off the year. And then, dude, one of the highlights right at the end of the week, we got to check out some stuff coming to Grimm very soon.
Mars no more.
It is important to say. So what did we get to see? We got to see a reskin of the Mars map to Earth. Mars goes Earth. A full, or you could say a full terra. You could say a full terraform Mars if you wanted to be crazy, but it's Earth.
Dude, it's crazy that for just a reskin, how interested I was in rocks. I paid like the big, sections of rocks. Full disclosure, right now I'm currently laying hidden in a little wedge up tall on a rock I never would have tried to have even jumped on when it was Mars. So if that same exact rock is in the same spot in Mars, shame on me for never going. So I'm finding myself looking at
checking different things because
man, it's creeping me out though.
He has teased before that there's an island map
that's still coming.
That's a different map.
That's different.
This is just a reskinned Mars.
This is not
to
to be confused with Island.
And I like it. I like it a lot. It's the biodome.
I like it more.
It's the biodome for the whole map. I think that's more palatable.
I mean, the first thing I did was go and look at the biodome.
It's less brutal, I'll say.
Well, you don't need oxygen. You can breathe air.
There's resources more readily available.
Which, I mean, not for nothing. On Mars, there's the logs everywhere. But it's not like green.
It's not like biodome resources.
Cloth everywhere.
Yeah.
The cloth tree,
So this isn't on the live build. If it does, though, I think it'll be a good addition.
It's going to be great for new players.
Do you think he's going to get rid of Mars and replace it with this, or just have it as an option? Or is he not even locked in yet?
I have no answer, but I would guess this will replace it and Mars goes away. Mars is gone forever, and it'll be Earth.
This is just guessing.
And I mean, what's cool is he'll always have Mars.
That was his original vision was Earth.
Technically, it could. I think so.
And then
if I remember correctly,
then he reskinned it to Mars for.
I think
performance.
Originally he wanted to do Island, right?
Yeah, and then I think it became Mars for performance reasons and standalone.
But now things have gotten a lot better, obviously.
Quest 3's, baby.
So, I mean, thus far, I'm again, and going in it with as like a new player in mind, it's like, it's more relatable. You can go into woods in your real world.
Well, it's less brutal.
Mars was
brutal.
It'd be great if like it came back as a
hardcore mode. Yes, that's what Mars is.
That is a very serious. I mean, to the point where like when you and I first started playing it, there was a lot of DMs I had to send to Spoonfed and be like, how do I do this?
Well, onto that.
Come on, man.
Because we switched our build, after all that, we go in and we get to do the tutorial.
Beautiful.
And like, if anyone hasn't
little
done
painful
the tutorial,
if you know what you're doing, but
I mean,
new player.
you said it. Imagine if we had this the first time we played, you never would have messaged Spoon
No,
Jack.
no, it really takes you from everything from
Building a struck,
getting a log to killing an animal.
Yeah, and building a base, crafting, upgrading stuff.
I loved how as soon as you're done with the tutorial too, it's like, if you want to stay and practice more, you can turn around, and there you got like the 20 plus vending machines that give you whatever you want to just hone your skills.
And during the tutorial, if you need like logs and stuff like that, they're just in the chest next to the tutorial dude.
Yeah, the main guy.
Yeah.
I went out and scavenged.
Yeah, I did too. But one time I was like, let me see what's, because they said during the start, like if you need stuff.
It's right there.
So I was like, let me see what it was in there. It was like
I
thousands of
would
logs.
encourage the first couple make you go like to get the mushrooms. They
And it
highlight
tells you
where it
exactly
is.
where to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then it's like, well, why break the rhythm? Just go around that little map area for your tutorials. Not that big.
So not only is the reskin great, I mean, that addition to that tutorial, it's great. Like it is.
And you're going naked, right?
Yeah, it's funny. Your guys,
Currently.
yeah, in boxers.
I kept my guy naked except for a baseball cap.
I won't speak for Spoon fed. Obviously, no one can besides him. But I would say that this feels closer to the original vision of Grimm that I heard when it was before it ever got reskinned to Mars.
It's possible.
I'd like to get him on soon to talk about this.
I like to get Island.
I got a lot of questions. And yeah, Island's still coming. Different map.
Yeah.
This is just reskinned Mars. But yeah, no, it's a great change.
Very impressive.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie. Very impressive. We have no date on when this is gonna go live across the landscape per se.
Or maybe it never even will. I feel like it will though.
I think that's pretty much locked.
It's just
and
what we were
loaded.
trying this past
A lot of work.
It's what we were trying yesterday, you know? I'm just saying it was fun.
Yeah, I had no issues.
It was fun. The performance was good on it with all those textures and everything. So I'm excited. Big stuff coming to Grimm.
I think
if
it's a
that
good
goes
reason.
live.
People who own it who maybe stop because it was a little tough on the grind. It got a lot easier.
And if you haven't been in yet, that tutorial is a great introduction.
I'll say
it.
this though. You want the downsides that I discovered though? Easier to spot people. And when you build a base now, it's like when it was Mars, I used a lot of the shadows to my advantage to where I wanted to build a little base.
No, it's sunny, baby.
So you put your shit, in an area that's getting good sun. What do you think it's going to look like? It's going to stand out. But as I also discovered on Mars, you can build a base dead smack in the middle for everybody to see and whoop everyone's ass who comes near it. Because
people have done that too. No, I think that this is a huge change and will bring a new direction to the game as well too.
Again, for new players too.
And that tutorial is great.
That's
too.
huge.
And then I guess on the combat waffle minute, we could say as well, Ghosts of Tabor put out a new island map. They upgraded the island.
Yeah.
Daytime island. And we've talked about it before. We're island boys. That's our favorite map. We had to go back in. Admittedly, it had been a little bit since we went in, just been so busy with life and so many games. For one, beyond the map, performance-wise, right away in the bunker, when you load in, when you actually go in the game, before we talk visuals and difference of map and everything, performance-wise is unfreaking believable. I had no frame rate drop at any point, no stuttering, no lag, no crash. Like, huge props to them. It's come so far in that way.
Yeah, there's no more early days with
No,
that.
like performance, it feels stable.
Even jump into the market. There used to be like back in the day, you'd go to the market, and as soon as you'd load in, it was be almost like a
jitter.
little jig.
Yeah, there's
You got used to it. It's like
Yeah,
you knew. It's
no.
like I'm going to the market. I'm going to load in. I'm going to be facing this way, and my screen's going to go going. Now you just go in and load, turn around, go get your guns, whatever.
yeah,
Like it's real smooth, man.
yeah, absolutely no jittering. It's amazing how comfortable we were with it when the game first came out. Think of like the original days,
Having to hold your backpack to go in because you might not have it if it was on your back.
Things are so
No,
solid.
you just worked around the
performance-wise.
bugs.
And then visually, like, so even in the character creation, there's remember when there was only one character model? Now we have all these different character models, different clothes you can wear. So visually, I mean,
a lot of different maps to play. You get the mall.
Yeah, the game's come so far. And then going into our favorite map, Island, the new island right away. We loaded in and we were like, is the update live yet? Right away. It was the first thing we said. We were like, we'll know right away when we go in to Island, right? We go in and right away, you can tell the visual difference of it. It just looks beautiful.
Looks good. It's not the same island.
No, both visually,
bittersweet.
Like the textures on it, you would call it out right away. Look beautiful, but like the landmarks have changed.
Yeah,
the locations of things, the way they look.
It's
what's there.
To me, it's a whole new
map.
Like forget what you knew about Island.
Yeah, I agree.
Bit of familiarity, but all new structures.
Yeah, like there's still a lighthouse and stuff like, but everything's different.
Looting, though. Oh my god, much better looting than before. Like no joke.
Yeah. Yeah. The new island is nice, but like you said, bittersweet. You know, we don't have our dock go-to house anymore, it seems. I haven't found it, at least.
Oh, not to jump back to Grim real quick, but I saw I saw an airdrop last night. I saw it, and before on Mars, you'd hear the big boom, and it would be more like a spacecraft drop. You've seen it before. Now it's like a C-130 flying over, and it drops
just to
it
be
on
consistent with lore.
It's pretty good.
Or like world, yeah, that's cool.
So kudos to that. But yeah, no, the new island has me hooked, dude. There's so much I haven't seen of it, and I'm looking for my sweet spot.
And we don't have our go-tos anymore. We don't have our dock. That house was my safe spot. I would spend a whole wipe in there, no problem.
Yeah, I haven't.
Or a whole wipe. I'm sorry, whole run.
Yeah, and I haven't seen every nook and cranny of it. But damn, dude, I'm hoping maybe it's there.
We're not doing terrible either.
We keep going the same way though.
Yeah, no. Yesterday we went a different way.
That was our first time going the other direction.
We're very. What did we go southwest? No, southeast.
Yeah,
we're always southeast.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. I even called you like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Can we please go a different direction?"
Let's go north.
Like, we keep going. I'm like, right. Keep going and seeing the same
what
stuff.
happens? We run right into people,
dude.
But where I'll give us credit in Tabor.
2 nights in a row, though. What did I say? I'm like, this game gets my blood pumping.
Yeah, because it'd been a little bit since we played again. It's like man.
Love going back to it, dude.
There's no game I think that gets my adrenaline like that. That feeling of like, no, you're not in a good position.
True competitive feeling.
There's other players, and you know the situational awareness that like you're in a losing position where you are. So how do you maneuver out of there? To either stay alive or even just get the better position and kill them. I mean, you have to be very humble and honest in that game of like when it's time to be Barney Badass and when it's not.
I'll say this though. I see more people hunters than ever.
Yeah.
Versus, rats. So
do you think it's because people don't have their sweet spots on the island yet? So everyone's just exploring? I think even we're rats right now.
I mean, yeah, man.
And we're not usually these type of rats, but we don't have that type of... Usually we like to find a safe spot, bunker up a bit with some supplies, and mow people down from there.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out everything.
We found what we thought was the new version of the dock house, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you were sitting there, you're like, dude, this is the perfect vantage spot right here.
3 people with scopes, you're owning this baby.
And then you turn around and you're like...
Fucking, I go, dude, the door's open back there. I go, I can literally walk right outside. There's nothing that like there's no clean vantage point here.
No, you wouldn't see somebody coming from that way either until they cut the corner and killed you.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, nope, this isn't it.
Oh, you'd get real comfy looking straight ahead, not even hearing someone coming behind.
But where I'll give us credit is even if we haven't, even if we don't get a kill, we can stay alive. Mm-hmm. Like we have good survival instinct in there.
Dude, many a time we had gone onto island with really nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Just to have some fun and fucking leaving with everything. Double the time, you're wearing everything, you're running out with 2 guns in your hand.
Mm-hmm. That's how I was the first round we went back in. Shit, I think you cut a corner wicked fast. And then I think you got mowed down real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I scooped up all of your stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, I ran into the room and it was actually an NPC just standing there looking at me.
That was it was our first round back.
And I feel like I actually shocked the NPC. Like, You didn't shoot. Then he blam. I'm like, fuck.
It only takes one run back to go, all right, slow around corners. Like,
Oh, no, the worst is one round we did, we get all suited up and I'd accidentally jumped into the server alone.
yeah, we didn't squat up yet.
And I'm like, oh, give me 1 second. I'll just kill myself. Totally forgetting at that moment in time that the second I do, I'm losing everything.
You went and loaded.
Mm-hmm. I was bummed.
Dude, I got the itch again.
I just like the adrenaline. I like the rush.
Yeah, it's so good. New Island's got me hooked.
Some nights I go in and I feel like I'm just a victim. I feel like a victim, and we come out okay. Then some nights I go in and I'm like, dude, we're gonna fucking kick ass, and no.
Last night I was not feeling safe, and we ended up out alive. Whereas the night before that, I was feeling good,
confident,
and then we got mowed down by a player right at the end.
Feeling wicked confident. Well, yeah, he had high point vantage on us too.
That's the thing about this game. It's so real about like you. That's why I'm like, you have to be honest with yourself if you're in a position to take the other person out or not. Somebody has high ground on you. It's not good.
Propositions, choke points.
We're not scared to bail out. Like sometimes you got to,
dude.
Especially if you don't have a scope or something.
And the guy that walks around with NPCs until they disappear. You know that NPC he's in front of me. Got my gun sticking out next to him.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm less likely to get shot with that NPC in front of me.
So
you're gonna shoot that NPC.
Big stuff on the combat waffle side with what we got to try with Grim, this
very
reskinned Mars.
Very impressed.
And then this new map from Ghosts of Tabor. The new island.
Yeah, you call it a new map because that ain't island.
It's on island.
That is something I ain't never seen before.
And again, it's so visually beautiful too. Like
there's
the texture.
So many spots.
Yeah.
Again, I need to see.
The game has come so far. It's awesome.
I need a fly view.
The funniest was the bunker cat meowing and Tracy being like,
well, she's getting pissed.
She's like, yo, you're pissing off the cats.
We had some cat drama go down.
Cats are pissed at each other.
And while that's going on, yeah, like hissing and all that shit. And going there, wow. She's like, and then the worst part is she goes, why do you keep doing that? And that's when I was like, hold on, Damien. I'm like, Tracy, like, you think I have control? And now, yes, I could mute it. They give you that option. But
think you're trying to make this cat go?
Yeah, I'm like, do you think I'm doing anything to like?
Think I'm poking it?
I'm not petting it. I'm not doing nothing. Minding my business. Getting my stuff. It's a cat.
I got cat drama going on in here too. Trust me.
Ugh, and then what does that cat do? Meow. Oh my god, jeez.
Too good.
I should have just paused it.
Yeah, so good stuff. And then also, so huge stuff for Combat Waffle. Ghost of Tabor, the best I've ever seen it. So visually good. Performance is good. In Grim, I think this Grim Mars reskin to Earth is going to bring the game to a whole new spot. Like, I'm excited for that. It was so fun in there. Good stuff.
Who knows what kind of things are going to get added to it?
Way more palatable, I think.
Now that it's Earth?
Yeah. I think he was hitting a gameplay design limitation.
Drop a helicopter in there.
With Mars. I'd love to get Spoon on and pick his brain on that. And then this past week, I know you were excited for this. I got to personally spend some more time in it to give a full early impression. That's, we've just been jumping in so many games, but I have played a bit, like I said, not enough to give the full review of Besiege VR. It came out last week, ported by 3R Games, the developers of Thief Simulator, Cave Crave, all that good stuff. Dude, one of my favorite all time, one of the best in VR, Thief Sim. And it's also the original developers, Spiderling Studios. They're the flat screen developers. Besiege VR is a VR port of a flat screen game that you loved.
Love it, man. And it still sits in my library.
And the VR version, man, I didn't play the flat screen version, so I went in fresh. It's fun as hell. Like the perspective on it, the scale of it, controlling your destruction machine through the different levels. There's a lot of potential. I'm excited to keep going through the levels in it. And
tell you what, just like the flat screen, and we know it's a ground up build for VR. Flat screen, starts off pretty cushy.
That's how this one is too. Just
Yeah.
destroy a wall.
And then you are going to go into now you're going to have to start using your brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be as simple as I'll just put a wheel on it and a cannon. It's not going to work like that.
And something I wasn't expecting, my visual, because I didn't play the flat screen, my impression of how it was going to be when you go in is you build and then you press play simulate and then you just sit back and watch it all go down. But you take control of the thing too with your thumbstick. You steer it.
You
can use it to use the weapons and stuff. And
dude, I'm not going to lie, man. It's like you should see some of the things people have built in flat screen to get a task done. Sometimes unnecessarily.
It's so easy to get carried away.
But
it's an engineer's dream.
I was
going
to say, if you've got like any engineering in your brain,
they have all the axles. I mean, you can go real basic, just put a wheel on, call it a day. But then they have axles,
you
stuff
can
like that.
at the start.
Okay, I'm not deep enough in.
It is going to force you. I haven't finished the VR version.
Yeah,
by
I
any
need to get
stretch,
deeper.
but
I'm
the
hoping by
flat
next
screen
week
one
we can give a full.
Really forces you to go. Okay, I can't like just assume I'm gonna.
I've loved what I've played so far.
Yeah, it's again. I agree with you. Can't really say, but if you loved the flat screen version, it's a no brainer.
So far, it's hitting the mark.
Not going to be disappointed.
$19.99.
If you like building destructive vehicles to take on, seemingly simple tasks,
The creative freedom they give you, like you said, for even
rating.
Yeah, 4.8 right now. Only 31 reviews. So if you've played it and you enjoy it, be sure to drop them a review.
I don't think it's going to go down much.
No, it's a well-polished game as well, too. 3R Games did great with it.
When we heard that it was coming, this is a no-brainer. It was like, I know this game's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
The flat screen, dude, the flat screen version still holds up.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't want to play it.
Yeah, if I tried to do a full early impression right now, it would be obvious or a full review right now would be obvious my current progress in it. But I will say the amount I've played, I've absolutely loved. I'm excited to go deeper into the game. And like, it is just so much freedom in how you want to do every task. I mean, great work.
You have no right or wrong way. Just get the job done. And technically, after like the second or third little mission, I don't think people are all building it the same at that point.
No, my first time I played, I just did a box in the first mission because I thought every mission you were going to restart from scratch with your thing. But then my vehicle started carrying over from level to level. So my first level, I just built literally like a 4x4.
Just went in rolling.
Just like walls, a floor, and a ceiling with a spike thing on the end. And it was like the task was destroy a wall. Then I was on the next level and I was like, oh, I still have my thing. I think I can still use it. And by like the third or fourth level, I was like, time to destroy this thing and start over with it. I was like, no.
Controls aren't that bad.
No, like I said, you use the analog stick.
Yeah.
And the build menu is really nice as well. They don't really teach you like this part for this. They literally just drop you in and
it's a lot of parts.
Go crazy. So use an imagination in there, but I'm loving it so far.
Intelligent Legos.
Thus far, I'll say if this type of game, this type of building game with this type of creative freedom intrigues you, you're not going to be disappointed by Besiege VR.
No way, man.
If you have the flat version, you can drag files from the flat version into the VR version to carry your models over. Not everything's compatible, though. So if you drag a model over and it doesn't work, you don't see it in there, it is because there's a part on there that's not compatible.
It's probably the only part of the game I don't understand why they're doing that.
I get it.
Well, I don't. I struggle. Unless you're going to cross-reference every single part against like one of your beast creations. Yeah, you're going to bring it in and it's going to be unworkable. It just seems like, why even bother?
Well, I think because most of the parts, there's only, I think, a few parts that aren't in the flat version not in the VR version. That's not in the flat. So it's like if 95%, I'm making up a number. If 95% of the parts are in there.
Check your parts against the...
Yeah, if you drag it in and the shit doesn't work.
5 parts that don't work.
Whatever. I wish that they said whatever those parts were.
That'd be cool.
That would probably help.
That's why I'm just like, if it's not a guarantee, it's like,
yeah.
Or is there a way they could supplement the part with
something else?
A current existing alternative? Like auto put it there. Hey, Might not be what you wanted, but it's the best you're going to get.
But they have some sort of foundation for it. But I get your point totally on that.
I think what they have is good. I don't think it needs help from its sister, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's
like
like
the OG.
Besiege is great. I think Besiege VR is great.
I think 3R Games absolutely nailed this one. The graphics are good on it. It's fun. And I think it's only going to even get better as well, too.
So.
When you look at how much work they did on Thief Sim through the time and stuff, this game is great. A lot of potential. And hopefully next week we can drop some more thoughts on it as well, too. So with all that said, you want to get into our Patreon real quick? Bang this out before we get into the news segment? No?
I don't want to.
No shout out to our Patreon this week?
Snotted it. Just a dirt bag.
Hear that, Patreon
all that
people.
Thief Sim talks really bringing out this scumbag.
The rest of the podcast is done by Uncle Vinny.
Got nothing to says to nobody's.
So, as always,
I'm going to come break your toilet.
Huge thank you to all of our Patreon supporters on our on-air shout-out tier. The peeps that help us keep the lights on.
No idea, people.
Ooh. So, huge thank you to, as always, Asim, Amelia, Carson, Aspire Mike, Jake, Crispy, Shoes, Tom, and Chris. You all rock each and every month. Each and every week we look forward to thanking you on air. So huge shout out to all of you awesome Patreon supporters. And also, as I always say, thank you to you as a listener who tunes in and listens to our rambles. And don't forget, I say it week after week, but people pop in and they go, hey, long-time listener, finally joined in the Discord. So clearly there's value in it.
First time Discordian.
Yeah. Long-time listener, first time Discordian. I like that. That's a good one. Discordian. Is that what we call the citizens?
Resident Discords.
The citizens of Discord.
We are Discordians.
We have what, I don't want to overhype, but I think we got the place to be with Discord communities. We have an awesome, non-toxic, fun,
we got
vibrant.
We've got people from the community. We've got media in the industry. We've got developers.
It's the place to be.
And future.
So much great VR talk about all VR platforms, flat screen gaming, racing, real life adventures.
Any question you have pertaining
music discussion.
From, micro technology to current AI technology to anything in between.
Books, you name it, we discuss it.
Dude, no, it's really a cool. It's
a good spot to be. I love our
very well rounded.
I'm very, very grateful for the community it's become. So if you want a little slice of community in your life, check out the Ruff Talk VR Discord, full of fellow Ruff Talk VR listeners. And the link for that, along with the Patreon, are in our show notes below in the episode description. I say below, but there's no real context to that in audio. In video, it's below.
I'm pointing.
I'm pointing right
there.
We're
pointing down.
Oh, no, it'd actually be a little bit more like right about there, something like that. If you go like right down there, there's going to be some words. If you click show more, that'll be our episode description. Getting real silly. All right, let's get into the news. So to kick off the news portion, Meta put out a interesting blog post this past week full of great insights for developers with, I guess the headline that's come out about it is that they outline why the ideal VR session is 20 to 40 minutes. Of course, that's a headline. When you go into the blog, it is a little bit more nuanced than that. They do say that the average VR session is 20 to 40 minutes, and they list reasons that they believe that to be the case, including headset form factor, as well as the type of content on the headset. And they even recommend that developers, have a game loop that's palatable within a 20 to 40 minute window. We talked Ghosts of Tabor earlier, or Walkabout Mini Golf, or Pop 1. They all fall into that you can pop in, play a round or two, and stop all within that 20 to 40 minute window. I do think there's truth to that as well when you look at what the most popular games are. Of course, Mighty Coconut came out, tweeted this article and said that, their top players, or the majority of their players, are playing over 2 hours, something like that. I'll find the exact tweet. So we're talking averages. Every game's going to be different, right? But the Meta's arguing the 20 to 40 minute session is the Goldilocks zone to design around.
the way that study would impress me the most would be as if it was broken up by age demographic.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more nuance to it.
It's I understand where they're going with it, but I know you and I are battery killers. It happened last night.
Yeah, but a battery length is 90 minutes,
Still more than the sweet
20
spot,
to 40
right?
minute, yeah.
Yeah. It's like and we have battery backups sometimes we're using for the Ruffathon. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to have them headsets just charge in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if there was an age demographic attached to it to be like, hey, people 50 to 60 are playing this amount of time on average. Kids, they might be playing the shortest. Go in there, whip off a gorilla tag or two, and then they're gone because they're on to the next thing. I don't know. I feel like I play a long time. But the same with flat screen. I don't jump into flat screen for 20 or 30 minutes, right? If you do Baldur's Gate, you're in it for what? An hour minimally?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So I don't know.
And Meta does say in this that they don't think that the gameplay loop itself, just to be clear on something I said earlier, the gameplay loop shouldn't be 20 to 40 minutes. They said that there should be some sort of satisfaction and gameplay loop completion within a 10 to 20 minute window. And that the 20 to 40 minute is like the total use time in the headset and cloud, including like putting it on, everything. They said
This when we find out they know some shit that we're not supposed to be in it longer than 40 minutes and they're indemnifying themselves as we speak for 5 years from now. And they're like, what are you talking about? We told you back in August of 25.
And here's their 7 recommendations to build within that zone. Deliver on core expectations of the game within the first 20 minutes of the experience. Avoid long tutorials or use text that may get in the way of delivering this promise in time. Use reactive or just-in-time tutorials that appear only when you need to teach players necessary skills. Incorporate as much teaching into the actual experience as possible and build early objective or levels around the mechanics you want to teach early. Start players off with a few short objectives, 5 to 10 minutes to provide quick wins while they learn. Foreshadow longer-term objectives to give players a reason to return. Progressively teach users controls and gameplay mechanics as part of the initial objective or loop. Oh, that's all part 1. Holy shit! I'm not gonna read all.
There's no way.
I'm not gonna read the subpoints of all of them. I'm sorry. Focus on shorter loops and objectives, 10 to 20 minutes, that chain together into 20 plus minute sessions. Build in regular breaks every 10 to 15 minutes. Build features that make it easy to leave and return later. Tailor recurring quests and reward systems to appropriate timelines. If building for worlds, consider Horizon mobile apps, cross-screen capability, and entertainment. Ensure there are easy
Knew they had to get that in.
Yeah, easy to continue or drop in options for users to pick up where they left off. I mean, I get it. Like, you don't want to have a level with no save option that's an hour long in VR.
Or do you? Permadeath.
I get the point.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting
there.
sour the more you read, to be honest with you. I hadn't gone into when it came out and was a topic this week, I grazed over it and was like, teach their own was kind of how I had. I'm like, I get if this is what the data is showing, but there are a lot of developers making quite a good living off of their game loops that are much longer than that sweet spot. Ghosts of Tabor. I mean, grim.
20 minutes?
20 minutes? I can't even get out of my fucking bunker in 20 minutes. For real. Like, given a good night, right? Like, for real, with time, like, we got a lot of time.
What I'll say is a raid's about 20, 30, 40 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like,
but
that's
start to finish?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. So I think it's very interpretive to player.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of factors. And even the article is much more.
I could play around the walkabout mini golf well within that sweet zone if it's just me. You know, but if I'm in it to have fun, maybe. I don't know. Very interpretive. I want to see age demographics. That's a lot. There's a lot going on in that article.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, again, nuance. Typically.
And does that sweet zone equate to sales for the ones who have nailed it?
You could argue Walkabout falls right into that. Even though their total time of playing, they're having 10 to 20 minute gameplay loops. Right?
10's pretty quick.
I know. I'm surprised they used that number.
10 is real quick.
They said they don't think the gameplay loop should be 20 to 40 minutes.
What an insult to the game of chess.
They recommend a gameplay loop between 10 and 20 minutes.
I get some of the in the guts of the article though.
Yeah,
I do get some of the things that
they're not saying just only play 10 to 20 minutes. They're saying give some sort of satisfaction or opportunity to save in 20 minutes.
Every game should follow some of those guidelines anyways to pique the interest of the player. Like, why would you wait an hour to introduce the player to like how the game should be played? And I was trying to think of games that haven't done that.
No, I mean, it's all like, yeah, I mean,
a lot of it's a common sense approach, but
you look at Ghost Town
data.
They give you checkpoints every 10, 20 minutes. You progress through a puzzle every 20 minutes. It makes sense. I get what they're saying.
I think it's subjective.
Maybe their wording wasn't the best.
I'm not going in. I expect you to die and playing for 40 minutes. I'm going to play until my battery dies. Just the way it is.
Yeah.
Beat Saber. Yes, I'll probably be done in 30 minutes.
Yep.
But in that 30 minutes, I've done 7 songs. I've done a lot. Yes, the workout apps probably fall well within that range of 40 minutes is a decent workout. 30 minutes.
Yeah, here's what they say about like chaining progression every 20, like chain shorter progression loops together to create full sessions that allow users to play as long or as short as they want. Round-based multiplayer games, matches should be playable in under 20 minutes. Single-player games ensure levels or objectives can be completed in under 20 minutes with a sense of accomplishment and clear next steps. Like you said, I agree with what you're saying. It's like there's so much nuance here. I'm worried that some developers might start building 100% around it when there's so much nuance to data.
Oh, somebody will. But, you might find out that, I don't know.
But yeah, this was kind of
that's why you have to know
last week.
Yeah. It's
if anything, though, it is good to see Meta starting to put out this type of developer data, though. I'm glad to see, like, they're talking about the insights that they have on user behavior, even if, like, I agree with it or don't agree with it or there's more nuance. At least they're...
I mean...
I like that we're getting this type of transparency.
We're getting some.
Yeah, like you said...
They know answers to things we could ask.
Yeah, demographic breakdowns on this, genre breakdown on this. What's the... So, shooters... adventure games, Red Matter, like puzzle games. What's the behavior in these different genres?
So if they're pulling just off the top 10, it's
Yeah, no, there's a lot of questions on this. Maybe even open up more questions and answers, but hopefully it's the sign of more data.
It had a lot of questions.
Yeah, a lot of nuance. There's a lot of nuance to this. So fun way to kick it off.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm actually glad you started with that one.
Get it out of the way. That was
Yep, that's a mouthful. So interestingly enough,
I even said I might switch it. I was like, I don't know if I want to start the news like that. That's
best to get it like a Band-Aid. Yeah. Get rid of that bad boy. But it does, in my opinion, I think both of us have more questions than
answers.
Very lengthy amount of documentation.
Look, if you're a developer, I think it's a must read. Even if you agree with the data, don't agree, like it's data. Meta is sharing data with you.
There's some common sense shit in there.
Yeah.
It's like, if you weren't thinking it, then shame on you.
Yeah. Like when I read all the subpoints of that first point, thing. Like you were saying, regarding tutorials, stuff like that. Like, yeah, no, I get it.
Right. So we had talked, I don't know, months and months ago. Time is like the enemy to me. So it's going a lot quicker than.
Time is just a day, is a year, is a month.
Then So it could have been a year ago, but that, Meta is ramping up production of the Ray-Bans because to like a pretty substantial number.
They were overperforming on earning reports past year.
They are crushing it to the point that they still honestly can't keep up with
production.
Demand. Yeah. Even though they had stepped up demand. That's just, it is done so good.
Now they have different models.
That it is floating the fact that Quest sales are not doing good. Quest sales did good around Christmas. Following Christmas, they've just been kind of meandering.
But that kind of makes sense, like a Christmas spike and then back down.
But the Ray-Bans are carrying and then some. We're talking just big money being used here.
To me, that makes sense too, because like the Quest is a product for gamers. It's a niche.
Oh, the wearables
for gaming.
Are just
anybody, your grandma.
I think the wearables, even by their own internal marketing, I don't think they were really prepared that the world is actually ready for them and accepting.
These might be the coolest for grandma and grandpa.
I know a lot of people who are not into technology, but are guaranteed they're buying them because they take cruises, vacations. They're older people too. And they're like, are you kidding me? Like they don't, And let's be honest, if you're a tourist, I don't care whether you're coming here or you're going there, standing there with your freaking $2,000 phone 4 feet in front of you, waving it out. When it gets snatched out of your hand because you visited some, city you probably shouldn't have been waving your hand out, it's your own fault. You don't have to do that. You're wearing a pair of glasses.
Well,
very few people walk up to people and go, "Give me those glasses."
Besides the crime spot, too, what always makes me sad is like you go to an event, like a concert, and you see people living the concert through the recording of their phone in the moment.
Yeah. I can think of nothing worse than going to a concert and pulling out a cell phone.
If you record it, you can't be looking at the phone while you record. Like you get the shot that you got is what you get, and you just
the only
look
time
with
the
your
cell
eyes.
phone is cool at a concert is when they use it as the new modern day lighter.
I missed the lighter on that,
dude. In the old days, I already know like Chad and Inferno are probably already laughing because they're like, "Fuck yeah, dude, burn your thumb at a concert." You take out your lighter. If Motley Crue played "Home Sweet Home,"
yeah, no, they used to do that
your
when I was
lighter
a kid
comes out.
too.
Always some.
I lived
dude
through
with a
those
Zippo.
parts. I've recorded a video at a concert, but I've never looked at my phone while recording a video.
Dude, the best is when people do the back to the performer
That's crazy
to get their shot.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's
You
the
paid-
saddest to me.
Well, what's crazy
So-
is the amount of money you paid.
Wearables fix that.
Mhm.
You record with you have
Line
to
of
see it
sight.
to record.
Correct.
So like it solves that.
Dude,
Yeah.
you look at a lot of ass at a concert.
It makes me. Well, that's the real
You
problem.
gotta be.
with them.
Oh, and then you got to be careful with.
It makes
you
me
give those
sad when I
glasses
see
to.
people spending their whole event
Yeah.
recording through a screen. It's like live it.
I guess people are banking on Alzheimer's. That's the only thing I can think of, dude.
Yeah,
because
well-
it's like it is sad.
And it's like, are you really going to sit there and rewatch the whole thing of your phone camera quality? Like your best quality you're ever
Dude.
going to see it is in person.
Not just that, but most times the performers nowadays take video clips of their concerts. It's like,
Yeah.
but I agree with you, man.
But like you got wearables, just press ding. Now you got the video of it.
I do get taken video clips sometimes at concert. I've done like if I go to a concert,
Yeah.
I'll like to record the intro, like
But
the countdown.
I'm never looking at my screen. Whatever the shot is, it's luck. It's luck of the draw. You know, you put your phone up, you record, and how it is.
Old days, you pulled out like a
Camcorder
recording,
and shit.
you'd get punched in the face and thrown out of the venue. The only concert you could record at was Grateful Dead.
To me, you know what's funny too? Not by any intention. That might be the only concert I've recorded at too.
Well, it's kind of the thing.
Yeah, you take videos
Yeah,
of the dead shows.
it's always been a thing.
Comedy
But yeah,
shows
some
are the
people
one.
go-
No, I could see a day where wearables aren't allowed at comedy shows.
Technically, they're not.
You're not supposed, but like I could see them.
If you
slipping
walk in
by.
the door, because dude, my freaking Fitbit doesn't slip by.
Or you
But
shouldn't
wearables,
record comedy shows. That's the thing. That's the one. You know.
I do recommend blacking out your light if you're going to do that, though.
But anywho, it's
If you're gonna.
Ray-Ban's revenue though up. You said the numbers are.
Oh yeah,
good.
yeah.
Sorry,
So we got distracted, didn't we?
well, because they're just it makes sense. This makes sense. to me.
Q2 2025 saw Meta's Metaverse and Wearables division bring in $370 million, 5% increase from 2024, which from an operating standpoint is damn impressive. But that was mainly because of the Ray-Bans. So they're going. I think the Ray-Bans.
And now they're gonna have different. Now they have Houston. Now they're gonna have Prada. They have HUD glasses in the works. The rumor is they have HUD glasses in the works.
the HUD ones. I'm already sold on.
It makes sense that Quest sales
Prada's
were higher last
very
quarter.
niche, very niche.
To me, Quest sales being higher in the
Q2.
Christmas, and
Christmas.
then not maintaining Christmas sales, is that kind of logical as well too?
Well, I mean, they were pushing. Well, you had Batman being pushed in the headsets. The 3S was like, I think if I remember correctly, there was a nice discount on the 3 for a while, a couple weeks. I feel like that was. I know PlayStation did a little fatty discount.
Yeah, there was I think Amazon Day.
Look at that, outstripping supply.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude,
if like, yeah,
they can't keep up with the amount of people who want freaking glasses.
I think Quest will sell good this Christmas as well too if they bundle Deadpool with it. Do a nice little Deadpool headset.
I don't think they will.
I think they'll bundle Deadpool with it.
It's pretty adult.
Yeah, I know.
You're asking a lot. That's like putting Tupac on,
We'll see.
free song of the week.
We'll see.
It's like, wowza, you're asking for a lot of trouble.
We'll see. I think they'll do it. But anyway.
So sales of the smart glasses this year have tripled.
Wow.
Tripled. More than 200%. Dude, do you know?
At the same time last year, 200. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is the same type of growth this time next year, from now to next year.
The only thing that scares me about this, though, is my future predictions, my 10-year prediction.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can't ignore this. If this is what the world wants, this is the direction
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
do both.
You're gonna force feed. The second they can figure out how to pump Horizon Worlds through those glasses,
I hope
game over for Quest.
Yeah, that's been one of the worst decisions. But anyway, huge props to Meta on this one. I'm a huge fan of their wearables. I'm so excited.
I know.
To see that grow.
It's good to see that the reality is they proved that the world is ready for the wearables. They're obviously, as we talked about months ago, they're open into a lot more foreign markets.
People
the acceptance is there. The AI capabilities are being opened into markets they no longer were. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm excited.
The Prada ones are going to be pretty beast.
The HUD ones are the
way
real,
out of this guy's price range.
The HUD ones are the real big boy.
I'm ready. I was ready when they did it in cars, but the world wasn't, and they got rid of it. I think you can still technically get modifications using like a glass and shit. But yeah, they used to have it so it came up like F-16 style on your window. One or two cars used to do that, I think. And then they're like, people didn't care. I thought it was the coolest shit.
So, cool stuff, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see this next
Crushing
year
it.
for wearables.
And you know what, though? If nothing else, it's floating the Quest, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
well,
they also...
again, the Quest sale part makes sense to me.
Well,
like,
and they
sales
did
go up
also
in the...
talk about the amount of money that they pumped in. Like, the majority of that money all goes into research.
Yeah.
You're talking, $500 million.
Research and development. Reality Labs is research and development for AI, AR, and VR. And headsets are going to sell more during the winter. Like, guess what? Sales are going to spike again this Christmas.
Let's see.
And then they'll go down.
Let's see.
After
I think
Christmas.
they got some tricks in there. They're up their sleeve, so we'll see.
And then I know that you were... I actually felt a little bad taking this one. I almost debated
that's all right.
trading it with you. But MiRacle Pool, a mixed reality, and there's VR options, pool game on the Quest. Not only is it just a MR and VR pool game, I think it is the premier pool game in VR.
MiRacle Pool is the best.
The physics in it, the amount that they've expanded it with game modes, different environments and stuff like that. It's been real impressive. A very affordably priced game. And to stay fit with that, to stay true to their affordability, they have released the Vintage Pack, a DLC pack for MiRacle Pool that comes with avatar outfits, new ball sets, new queue, new environment, and all of this for a whopping $1.99.
That was the best part.
Yeah. Dude, come on.
The article takes a few shots at some things they found annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Which, some of it you could argue isn't really that big of a deal because you can turn it off, such as the music loop, which I guess is a little too catchy.
That's funny because it's something that's talked about.
Yeah.
We've talked about a lot with the
I
Walkabout
chuckled when
team.
I read it because I'm like, ooh, I hope, is it really that catchy?
Well, it's a real thing that we've talked about the Walkabout team with, that you can't have your music too good because it distracts from the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this
you don't want to be humming it during the day.
This vintage pack for $1.99, that's a steal price on MiRacle Pool. I'm surprised it's that cheap.
Dude,
that is less than a cup of coffee.
That's old school Walkabout DLC.
Mm-hmm. The base game is $19.99,
which is it's worth it.
A fair price.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
I've paid $19.99 for flat screen games, and they were not good.
So definitely excited to check out this DLC, and I'm so impressed with how much improvement this game has gotten. The physics in it, the actual gameplay has always been amazing, but they've just expanded it with environment and new melody and stuff like that.
No, their gameplay is to me, it's hands down in VR probably one of the best. I would even argue even compared to flat screen.
Yeah, no, the physics in it are as good as it gets.
I'm gonna have to scoop that DLC, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I like we have our in the city next to us, one of the oldest pool halls in existence
Smith's.
around here. Yeah. For real aficionados, it was actually in the Tom Cruise movie. It was there's a pool hall based after it. Big money used to get exchanged there. If you're looking for a really cool experience, I recommend an ice bath for this. A headset and an ice bath, and boy, oh boy, you're going to in for a good old time. I am talking about Titanic VR, the Titanic experience. I hate the fact that it says, and it actually includes sinking. Well, if it didn't, it would just be a boat. It wouldn't be the Titanic, would it? So no, it's $25.99. That is a steep price for, which is really just a simulator of the Titanic. According to the game page,
It's only got a 3.6.
it's
Taking a beating probably because of the cost.
It's taken, I actually haven't taken the liberty of clicking on that bad boy yet, and I'm itching to because I'm curious, but it's weird because from the article, I kind of got a different vibe than when I click on the store page. It's a little strange. The article actually sold me better on it, I'll say, because it doesn't have that shitty rating attached to it. Not the worst rating, I shouldn't say, but it's not a game. So if you're going into it like, oh, I'm going to have this great, they even call it VR experience. This thing's been around forever, dude, since 2018.
Oh, they're just bringing it to the Quest?
Yeah, it's finally, it just shows you the gauge of age where we're at, where you can bring Quest things over. So there's a lot of people who've already played this, or have experienced it. So Submarine collects stuff.
I started playing their trailer by accident.
Oh, I could hear it. So it's an older VR experience that has now made its way over. I'm just curious why only a 3.6? I would say price for sure is, I think, $25.99. And how often are you going to go in and replay it, over and over again? Would you want to? I don't really know. So anyways, I won't get into all the, someone's bitching that there's no update for the sinking of the Titanic experience. It feels abandoned. And there was a developer response. This is days ago. So at least they're responding. It just doesn't, it's not probably my jam, especially for almost $30 to get a lifeboat. We're going as submersible to look at the, I guess this game actually hasn't weathered in the test of time either with current events of a year ago. So anywho, there you go. If you want to experience it though, Titanic VR, $25.99 on the Quest store, finally.
All right. And then All on Board, a game that I was very excited for. Haven't spent enough time in it though. They've outlined some new games coming in the next year through the end of 2025 and through the end of 2026. This update will begin with their summer update of version 1.1, and they have it outlined all the way through version 1.7. So it's going to be some games that I haven't heard of. One that does sound familiar. They're going to be dropping this summer Age Dark Overlord. That's a board game, again, that I'm not too familiar with. Then they're going to be dropping a free game in autumn, as well as another DLC game, Hamlet. I have heard of Hamlet as a board game. They're going to be dropping another surprise free game in the winter, as well as another DLC called Port Royal is going to be the board game. And then spring of 2026, they're going to be dropping another free game and then another DLC with the announcement coming soon. So All on Board, it's a VR tabletop simulator, you could say, that allows you to play a bunch of licensed IP board games. And it's awesome to see that they have support going all the way out to a version 1.7 now. The game's available on Quest and Steam. So definitely excited to check out those. My biggest beef with it was always that they don't have like the biggest IP board games You'd hope for an IP or for a board game simulator, you'd have like the classics.
Monopoly.
Yeah, but it's a little bit more niche. It's currently rocking at 3.7 on the MetaQuest store at 63 ratings. But this this roadmap up to 1.7, I'm sure is going to come with, performance, UI, things like that, all that. So some of the biggest complaints were the lack of total titles. So hopefully this comes to rectify that a bit.
Okay. Fair enough. So cool game coming out. They dropped their first trailer of it called Siberia. It's a point and click adventure game. Interesting. I did watch the trailer. Graphics actually look really freaking good. Long story short, you are going to be an attorney, an American lawyer, specify American lawyer. You're being sent to the remote French Alps to oversee a company's sale after the owner's death. So there's going to be some puzzles. It's piqued my interest. I can only tell you it's coming out later this year. I have no price and no date. So we will see. The publisher. Microids.
They're the ones that did Smurfs.
Said that Siberia is being conceived from the beginning as an experience in its own right. It'll be faithful to the original game because they're actually doing a remaster of the flat screen version.
Okay.
So
interesting.
And it is being developed jointly by Virtualise Gaming and Microid Studio Paris.
Okay.
They do go out of their way to add to the article that it will support seated, standing, and room scale gameplay.
All right. I'm excited to see
I wish
more
I had
about
a date.
this.
The trailer is pretty nice. If you want to see the trailer, I recommend going to Upload VR.
Hey, Siberia VR. Microid's just saying Ruff Talk VR Gaming Showcase in December. Just saying.
Even the still shot looks pretty good.
Oh, it looks beautiful. I'm excited to hear more.
The trailer looks as equally as good.
For sure.
I just wish there was something more to say about it. Anywho, I could go on flat screen, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true. You could check out the original.
Yep.
So this next one is cool to see. It's called Disc. It's going to be it is a free-to-play arcade fitness game inspired by Frisbee and air hockey. It's developed by Studio Missing Pieces, but they did it M space SS space NG, and then like letters are missing from the name. I get what they're going on. It's made in collaboration with Meta and check this, ASICS. Remember, that sports brand? That's a pretty big sports brand. ASICS Sportwear
it's got
is
name recognition.
That's like one of the biggest. So that's cool to see them in VR.
How Tap Out has not figured this out.
It's going to be a 1v1 multiplayer game. And it's also going to have a 10 level solo campaign against bots, which really isn't bad for a free to play game at all. It's designed for room scale. So you try to throw a Frisbee like disc into the opponent's goal to score, but VRified. So I imagine, using your room scale, moving all around your room, physics and gravity are going to be big aspects of this. Currently the app doesn't have any in-app purchases, but it sounds like in the future they will, because if they don't, then they have literally no way of making money on this game because it's free to play. So if you're free to play and you don't have in-app purchases, you ain't making money.
Water, man.
So I'm guessing
Unless
what
you're
they're
selling
doing.
data.
My feeling is that they're just trying to build a player base first and then start to offer that stuff.
Good luck.
Free to play is a tough. This one sounds
it's hard
like
to get
fun.
people to go back.
Yeah, well, we'll see how
How about beta? Just beta test.
It could be early access, Hey, it's got 4.7 with 58 reviews, so I'll definitely go and check this out this week.
Of course it does. How much is it?
It's free.
There you go.
It's the opposite of the Titanic situation that might be a low score in part because of the review. This one, because of the
price?
Did
I did scale over was like, it's the whole sinking aspect isn't that great. And then the developer said we added a lifeboat. Like, I don't know.
All right, we'll have to check that one out ourselves.
It's a very miserable thing to want to experience.
Yeah, but
we don't need Titanic.
The dying wasn't good enough for me. The graphics in these screenshots look good though, so I'm excited to. I'll
Looks
definitely
fun.
check this out.
I like the competitiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Should be good.
Good stuff.
So, got a game coming to Steam, and then it's going to have optional PC VR support. It'll probably never, ever be on Quest. The game is actually Echoes of Mora, is what it is known as. Another underwater game. Seems to be a theme going on. So, narrative, underwater PC VR adventure. In a nutshell, Mora, who you are, is searching for her missing brother who disappeared near a cursed lake. So you've got to explore a flooded abandoned village, solve puzzles, search for clues. It's going to involve time portals. So you'll be able to talk to people before the flood happened, and I'm guessing wipe them all out. And then it's going to I played similar games like this on flat screen, so it has a lot of potential, especially for the story. Where it'll probably take the worst hit will be replayability. But for those going to Gamescom, there will be a playable demo at Gamescom. So this is actually another example of something that I probably
No, anyone going to Gamescom, definitely let me know.
Yeah, please. It is made by, I don't want to not give them credit, Berlin-based studio Selkies Interactive. So
Selkies.
Right in their own backyard.
I like that name.
Selkies.
No, definitely excited to hear thoughts on that, and excited to see some Gamescom coverage pop out from that, for sure.
2 more quick things, because they do make it a point to say it's a 6-person team. That's funny, because I rarely see where they'll be
the number,
in a studio size, which would actually be cool if more studios were like, hey, just so you know, there's only 3 of us. But it is going to... You're going to be able to seamlessly swap between VR and non-VR modes without ending your session.
So this one, quick one on this one. Meta Avatars got another update as well. They did an update, I think, earlier this year or at the end of last year that expanded upon the customization of them. And now, beyond the pre-made selections on there of the pre-set body types and faces, they've added customizable sliders. So you can go in, you can, adjust the slider of the muscles, adjust the slider of the build, the arm size, the legs. You go into the face, you can adjust the cheek fullness, the cheekbones, the eyes, everything. Sliders. They got the full Baldur's Gate character creator now, and of course you can still do it from a selfie as well. And they have also expanded their clothing options and their AI outfit capabilities. So cool stuff to see these avatars continue to improve.
Dude, they've come a long way.
Used to just be a floating top.
I thought they were cool, though.
Yeah, now they're looking good.
You know, to date, one of the coolest avatars we've ever seen?
Mm-hmm.
Potato Head.
Yeah.
And Bocce favorites. Game that admittedly I haven't tried, and shame on me because if it came out in 2016 and it's got the following it does.
10 years.
I know we talked about it before, and I think our intention was, but I'm talking about hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades.
PC VR only, so we've only had PC VR for
Yeah, but still, this is no excuse because, dude, it screams it's got to be fun. But they are, they've been around since 2016. They're coming out with a new update. And
what number is it?
120.
Holy moly.
From Rust Limited.
I couldn't let that one fly by.
It says in the title, custom gun configurations, additional user authorized content.
Or authored
content.
User created.
I'm an idiot.
What a way to put it.
Will become part of the Steam Workshop, which it doesn't have to mean anything for anyone.
Steam Workshop allows, that's like the Steam's built-in modding, by the way.
If you're into that sort of thing. I've monkeyed around with it when it first came out, and I was like, it's just...
That's their alternative to using Nexus mods or Mod.io. Instead, you go in Steam Workshop and just one button click.
But this developer, Anton Hand, he's crazy. He said they would have, there's a quote from him talking about how they would literally have to tie him to the ground to prevent him from doing holiday content for this.
Dude, it's been a project of his for 10 years that it's been out.
Yeah, he said for
120 updates.
And this is in quotes. For as long as Valve decides to keep Steam VR running, I'm going to try to keep this game running.
You want to try this one this next week? Because it's we probably should have tried it by now.
Yeah, it was
the next week
actually,
or two.
I can't believe he's done so many.
Over 100 updates is impressive.
21,000 Steam user ratings.
Mm-hmm. That's impressive.
Oh my God, dude.
Overwhelmingly positive too. So we'll definitely check this one out.
The ultimate OG in and believing and loving in your product. And now giving modders the ability to love it too.
And you mentioned this, right? It's leaving early access with this update.
That's what it says.
It's because it's been in early access for 10 years.
I'm confused. I'm a little confused.
Because the article the headline says it leaves early access. I couldn't find it in the writing of it, the actual body of it.
Hey, all I know is it's another reason to go try it. It reminded me, so it was
It
worth
sounds like
bringing
with the 120th update later this year, it'll be leaving early access. Holy moly, that's impressive.
Hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades.
Yes. H3 VR. Definitely going to check this out the next week. A classic. People are going to be like, oh my God, you haven't tried it yet? Yeah, we've only had PC VR for a bit over a year, you know. Calm your horseshoes, you know. So no, don't throw any hand grenades or hot dogs at us. What a funny concept too. Mm-hmm. So quick one here. A VR, another one goes free to play in the VR world. Little Planet. It is a VR life simulator game. Just a cute little cozy game is what I would describe it. You can play alone, play solo. You can play in multiplayer. It's a social sandbox. You build a home across different planets, and you have the ability to terraform these worlds, create custom furniture, gather resources, decorate your house. You're just building houses, cozy little houses. The game is currently $19.99 on the MetaQuest store. They are going to be going free to play very soon on October 30th. And that's going to be, the game is $19.99 in early access. Or if you wait till October 30th for the full release, it's going to be free to play. I'm curious about this one.
Don't like these are hokey business models to me. I mean, hey, they know more than I do though.
Yeah.
I talk about it, I don't make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But on paper, dude, that's a tough sell to me.
And it sounds like a fun game. I need to check it out. Look at the character models. You're these cute little animals. And so it's possible it has an appeal to kids that they're not able to hit at $19.99 as well, too. But
because it's got to appeal that a parent is going to pay for it. Be like, don't you play that tag gorilla?
Play that monkey tag.
Monkey tag. Can you do that monkey tag thing?
Interesting news there.
Go back to Among Us.
So you dropped one, so I'll do two in a row there. If anyone's confused why we did our rare cutout, said, nah, that one doesn't fit right. Doesn't feel good. Crystal Commanders, a game that we've talked about previously, a VR strategy game. And you know me, I love strategy games in VR. I don't think that there's enough of this style of game. They announced a 2.0 update that's going to be adding new maps, voice chat, as well as other content. They're calling it a major content update. They're going to add new units available during matches, a demo bot, as well as a repair drone. And then there's going to be a new light factory building as well, too. And again, this is a real-time strategy game in VR. Not enough of these. So excited to see this come. The update is already out. So if you own Crystal Commanders, if you haven't yet, if you hop in the app, you'll be able to update and check out version 2.0 out now. Exciting stuff.
Nice.
I like the game. I just wasn't too big on like the story and the narrate, like the character talking. I remember being very far into it and being like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just playing the game and having fun with it. Mm-hmm. But the gameplay in it's a lot of fun, especially if you like RTSs.
Fair enough. Can't have enough of those, right? Mm-hmm. RPGs, RTS, XYZs, TBG, you know, it's just always initials for everything. So if you're looking for I guess you could say immersive, but it is called Touching the Sky, pretty much available.
Who's Sky?
Who's Sky? some guy. Touching the Sky. Yeah, I went into the bathroom and touched Sky. It's an hour-long 3D 360 experience put out by Red Bull and Meta. So right off the bat, you got two people that, I mean, Red Bull will throw money at everything.
Just off that thumbnail, this is a video that'll make my palms sweaty.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if there's the possibility for motion sickness. There could be. Highly recommended. Play it seated in a swivel chair. This is just based on what the article said. Recommendations, play on highest settings. So, yeah, man. I mean, you look at the thumbnail. What do you got? You got like paragliding, parachute. You got that, like just everything. Think Red Bull Air Sports, and it's filmed in 360. The article does go on to describe in great detail how, like, typically 360 video, although cool, is not the coolest to look at because of the resolution quality you lose versus 180. So usually 180 videos can produce like much better resolution than 360 videos, but they've done a lot of work. It's obviously not perfect.
Big names on it, Red Bull,
but it's
Meta.
going to look damn nice.
I'm excited to check this one out.
If it looks nice enough that like Upload VR is not dogging it,
David Haney is no easy one to. He's not going to say something's good just because of the names attached.
Yeah, but was honest with the recommend manually setting the quality to best, overriding auto to ensure you see it at its full quality.
Okay,
but does a great breakdown of like why 180 is better than 360. So if you didn't know, and again, available on MetaQuest TV app or Horizon operating headsets, including
it's out now.
Quest 3, Quest 3S, Quest Pro, and Quest 2.
Ooh, I'm excited to check this out.
Touching the sky.
Interesting stuff. It's definitely going to make my palms sweaty, but I'm excited to check it out.
I actually look for good 360 videos, and I totally there's not good.
It's an hour long, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You want to check this one out this week? Put it on the agenda?
Yeah, why not?
Hell yeah. Too bad we can't do like a co-watch party, you know? So anyway, well, we could watch it in party chat together too.
We could, yeah.
Get each other's commentary.
It's an hour, dude.
Yeah, both press play at the same time, you know?
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. There's been games that we have to match make together like that. That's the worst. Anyway,
get a match.
Anyway, it's my last one. But I want to wrap it up so we can get to the news. I mean, not get to the news. We just did the news. Wrap it up so we can get to a VR live, and then we have some studio planning that I referenced. We're moving studio. We're not on hold until the Ruffathon, so there's stuff to do until then. This last one is so cool. This is awesome to see that the tech is hitting this point. Dude, if it actually looks how the GIF on this article looks, this is going to be crazy. On August 9th at 7 a.m. Pacific time, there's going to be a live VR recreation of the Burnley versus Lazio football match on the MetaQuest.
European football.
Yes. Soccer for us USA folks. I was reading the release of it, and it said football, and so that's my yeah. Anyway, this looks like it's not going to be how the VR diorama style was. This looks like a live, in real time, 3D model recreation of the game. Isn't that looks like what they're saying? That's at least how I interpret it. How are they doing this, for one? And two, like, I think I need to watch this. Do you see this?
I don't know. I love the 3D dioramas, though.
Yeah, those tabletop ones. I want to watch fights like that.
Especially if you can rotate.
Look at this. Live in VR, they're recreating.
Live in VR could just mean you're in VR and you're watching it play live.
Right, but
are you watching that game live?
This preview of it shows it with like animated models. How are they doing that? It's like live tracking all the players and recreating it into a 3D animation.
I don't know.
That's how I interpret it. If maybe I'm over.
I don't really know.
They said the recreation is going to come with live commentary, player kits, live analysis,
so
and matching.
It's a recreation of
the live match.
But when's this live match?
The same time.
August what now?
August 9th.
Burnley FC, August 9th, playing Lazio.
Yep. At
Saturday. Oh, that's August 16th. Oh, no.
August 9th
at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. ET. That's 7 a.m. Pacific time. Live at the same time of the game.
How are they doing this?
I don't know. This might be one of some groundbreaking shit. It's free on the Quest, too. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I'm
going to be watching that.
Mad intrigued. I'm more intrigued of how they're technically pulling it off than the fact they're doing it.
Yeah, and if what they're doing is what I think they're doing. Dude.
I don't know. Well, this is going to be cool. It's game changing.
I still like the diorama style, but what
imagine watching a concert that way?
Dude, like there's
like you could have the Rolling Stones on your freaking coffee table.
Mm-hmm. So this is in Premier League player as well too.
Changer.
Premier League Player is out now on the Quest, and this is where it's going to be streamed. So I'm just saying. It's Premier League Player went from a paid app to a free to play. They also launched a paid DLC season pass. I don't know if I'm trying to see real quick if the DLC is required to watch this. I'll get clarification on that. But that's some cool stuff that they're even doing this. I'm excited. Well, we should go in and watch it together on that August 9th. Is that a Saturday?
I can't be a hooligan.
That is a Saturday.
Right. I need to be a hooligan.
All right. Cool stuff that we have hit that point. And to close up the show, as we've always been doing, not always, but as we've been doing the last couple months, ending with the upcoming VR games through the month of August. I'll take the first half, you take the second half.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much through August. This is the slow time of the year. But the fact that, some of these games I am freaking pumped for, like Grit and Valor. Anyway, kicks off on August 7th. We have Hidden Memories of the Gardens Between coming to PC VR and MetaQuest. We have World War Z VR. I know you're hyped for that one. That one's coming August 12th on PC VR and MetaQuest. We have Frost Survival VR coming August 14th to PC VR and MetaQuest. We have Hide the Corpse. Great game. They're going to have their PS VR 2 launch on August 18th. And coming on August 21st, we have Grit and Valor 1949 coming to PC VR, PS VR 2, and MetaQuest. I am so hyped for that one.
Yeah, I'm excited. August 12th, got your birthday under wraps.
Mm-hmm.
But you could spend all day doing that. Make the universe real pissed off, spending your whole birthday just doing that. Virtual Skate, August 21st, PC VR and Quest 3. Iron Guard Salvation, mad pumped for this one. August, sometime, the month is here, let's go. August 2025 on Quest. Space Explorers Ultimate Edition, coming August 2025. To where it's a real who's to say. Ultra Shot Kill Protocol VR coming August 2025 to PSVR 2, and our buddies over here at Pico get Wanderer, the Fragments of Fate, sometime in August 2025.
I don't see the PC VR Wanderer on that list anymore. I think it was the past couple weeks. It's a little concerning. Well, such is the way of life.
It only calls it like it's there. Sometimes it's there. They did this before, though, mind you.
Mm-hmm. So, as always, though, thank you to everyone who tunes in week after week. Hope you all get to check out this awesome stuff coming to Grimm. This is such a great update. And then Ghosts of Tabor, the new island, Besiege VR.
It's a lot to keep you busy, dude.
I'm having fun with Boxing Underdog, Thrill the Fight, freaking hot dogs, handguns, hot dogs, horseshoes, hand grenades coming out of early access after 10 years. Crystal Commanders all on board. Disc, what a day. So thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget, on Sundays, roughly around 3 p.m. Eastern time, we have been hitting a YouTube Live, so come hang out with us there if you're available. If not, don't cry. We won't cry. We understand Sundays people are busy, but stay tuned for the first ever Ruff Talk VR Ruffathon fundraiser coming Saturday, November 1st. And then to end the year, stay tuned for the Ruff Talk VR Winter Showcase on Saturday, December 13th. So thank you all. Stay safe. Brush your teeth. Drink lots of water. Stay hydrated. And we will check you out next week. Ciao, ciao.